Okay. Beat 'em. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that. Hey, what it do? Still with the Kev, sound like a lamb. Big boss hog, boss dog. Can't poke through the door. Here to talk this boxing. Fuck about soliloquy. Them two touch don't last. Good people do. And I feel caught him in the fight like maybe matter. Peak game. Ready for us to swing. I might drop this video today. I ain't gonna hold you. I might drop this video today. Right? Y'all see the BDB beard, man. You know, I got the BDB beard. You know what I'm saying? The BDB beard, you know. The BDB beard, man. I'm finna get a chop, though. It's gonna get cut off today. But, let's talk boxing. So, Bo Mac gives up the game plan on how he gonna beat Canelo Álvarez. You may be talking about, what are you saying, boss? What you talking about? He didn't give up no game plan. How did he give up the game plan? I'm gonna tell you. He was interviewed, and you know he was. They asked him, man, what's the game? You know, basically, you know, how are you gonna defeat Canelo? Alright, I'm back. I had to sneeze. How you gonna defeat Canelo? In which he was like, man, without giving up the game plan, you know, one thing I do know, we're gonna stop him late. I said, you just gave up the game plan. No, I know y'all love bud booty words. What are you talking about? How did he give up the game plan, Boss Hoggy? How did he give it up? Pause. How did he give it up? I'm gonna tell you. Slow down, bro. Chill, bro. Y'all be getting your blood pressure high. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all be... This the problem with y'all bud booty words. I gotta go on a tangent. You come over here knowing that I'm telling the truth, and it stresses you out. So you keep coming over here watching my videos. If I'm not telling the truth, if I don't know what I'm talking about, why do you watch? Why? You watch because you know I'm telling the truth. Jay Will, you know I'm telling the truth. Jay Will, my partner, but he a Terence Crawford supporter. You know, he ain't a bud buddy. He a Terence Crawford supporter. You know, Jay Will didn't say some, you know, comments about Terence Crawford, good comments, and he didn't got attacked by bud buddies. And he like, bro, like, I'm a Terence Crawford fan. And he didn't got attacked. So that's how you know how crucial these bud buddies are. They don't be playing, bro. They'll attack their own friendly fire. They'll shoot their own people, man. Tripping. You feel me? But to get back on topic, I'm so sorry. The game plan. What they're planning to do is take Canelo into deep waters. They know Canelo Álvarez has cardio issues, right? So Bud doesn't have cardio issues. Now, granted, we don't know how he's going to be putting on all this weight, but he doesn't have cardio issues. So what they're planning to do is gas Canelo out and then get him out of there late. They're going to just, and it ain't going to be a knockout like a KO. They're trying to TKO Canelo, right? That's what they're trying to do because they know Canelo gasses out late. They gave up the game plan. Bro, I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, without giving out the game plan, we gonna knock him out late. So basically what they're planning to do is box, move around, right? Because Bo Mac said Canelo is strong. He's honest. Said Canelo is strong. He wants to box, move around, box, move around. But then he kind of contradicted himself because he was like, I ain't gonna be running. But we know what you're gonna do. He's gonna box, move around. He's gonna use that ring. Right? Throw some shots every now and then. He ain't gonna be sitting on no punches. Right? Everything gonna be light. You know? He gonna stand his ground every now and then and do and get out of there. He gonna throw a six-piece, he out of there. Right? On which I think Canelo gonna let him do that. I'm telling you. But what they're planning on doing is tiring out Canelo. They wanna gas him out. That's basically what they want to do. They want to gas him out. They want to run him into the ground, right? And then drown him, suffocate him. That's the game plan, right? Now, is that a successful game plan? I think no, okay? Here's why. That's a successful game plan if you and Canelo are both at the same weight class and, you know, you've been fighting at the weight and your body's accustomed to fighting with that amount of weight on it on fight night, right? But if And I'm talking about like in shape weight. I'm not talking about walk around weight. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between walk around weight and fight shape weight. You know what I mean? So Bud coming in there fight shape weight, having to hold on with all that muscle and all that, you know, bulking up. We don't know how his body gonna feel. I tell you one thing. When I think at one time in my life, I got to like 215, right? I was diesel. And I didn't like how I felt, right? I couldn't move how I normally move. This when I played football, right? I know football and boxing are two different things. But when I played football, you know, I was a running back. So I got up to 215 one time, and I wasn't as elusive as I was because I was just so worried about being brolic, right? So I started lifting all these heavy weights. I started taking creatine. I'm eating all this protein. I'm doing all these things, taking my, you know, BCAAs and all that. You know, like I'm on it. You feel me? Got 215. I felt sluggish. I felt slow. I felt like I couldn't do nothing. You know what I mean? Started boxing as a 215-pound man. And let me tell you something. Couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't do nothing. I was slow. You know what I mean? Wasn't as elusive, wasn't as quick on my feet like I normally am. Like, it was just, you know, there was a lot going on. But when I slowed that weight down, you know, I started shedding that weight, that's when my speed came back. That's when I started feeling elusive, right? That's when I started feeling like explosive. And I went back down to like 180 something, 178, you know, 170 something. And I just stayed around that range, you know what I'm saying? Now, like, I'm like 195. But, like I said before, Crawford don't know how he gonna feel, right? We don't know how he gonna feel. The only person that know that is him. Right? So that game plan is going to be predicated on how Crawford feels, right? And if he ain't feeling fast, he ain't feeling strong, I'm telling you, sleep, right? Now, most of y'all brothers say, oh, you're going to be mad when Crawford wins. I don't care. Neither one of these dudes, I don't care about this fight. I don't care about what they got going on. Neither one of these dudes are fighting who I want them to fight. So I don't care who win or who lose. But I told y'all, if I had to go, if they had a gun to my head right now, God forbid that. But boxing logic, I'm picking Canelo because of the weight. That's the only reason why. Now, if they was in the same weight class, I'm picking Crawford all day. Right? That's just what it is. Crawford all day. But they not in the same weight class. Crawford going up 3 weight classes. Crawford ain't fought since last year. He coming off a long layoff. And even in that fight, he looked sketchy. He talking about he dominated the fight. He ain't dominate nothing. He got a gift. I'm telling you, I still stand on my team. I don't care what nobody say. That man didn't do enough to beat Magimov. If anything, like it should have been a draw. Right? If that's the case, I would have been cool with a draw, but I don't feel like he did enough to beat Magimov. Now, in the late rounds, yes. I say like 11 and 12, you know, possibly, because I went back and rewatched the fight. 11 and 12, you can say, yeah, Bud, right? But I gave Magimov a lot of them other rounds. I'm not going to lie to you. You can maybe go 6-5 Magimov, right? But other than that, I'm sorry, bro. So my thing is the man was in there, bro, doing this thing, and apparently police, man. But the man was in there doing this thing, throwing punches, and they weren't really doing nothing to match him off. Now you got people trying to discredit Canelo, talking about Canelo's not match him off. Match him. When I saw that, bro, I said, that's the face I made. Like, what? Are you serious? You seriously sitting there talking about Canelo's not match him off? Match him off's athletic. And bro, stop playing, bro. Match him off ain't it, bro. You just saw what Virgil Ortiz did to match him off? So you telling me Virgil Ortiz will do that to Canelo? Man, stop playing, bro. Canelo stop match him off. Body bag, toe tag him. He'll stop him. That's alright. Alright. But this whole notion like, oh, Crawford, he's just too skilled. He's too skilled for Canelo. Canelo got skills too, bro. That's the only thing I'm pointing out. He's strong too. He ain't weak. You know what I'm saying? He's strong too. He's skilled too. In his own way. Every fighter got deficiencies, right? Every fighter got flaws. Canelo's flat-footed, but he makes up for it with head movement. Now, is his head movement like it once was? No. But Canelo got high boxing IQ, bro. Like, high boxing IQ. Just like Crawford got high boxing IQ. But I'm telling you, it's different when you get on that, when you get in that upper weight classes. When they land on you, and it's... I done told y'all my personal experiences many times. I'm not going to keep saying it. All I'm saying is that you could be a bigger guy and get in there the ring with a smaller skilled guy. If you landing on him, his energy ain't the same. That's all I'm saying. So we gotta keep this mug true. We gotta keep it 1,000. We gotta be honest, man. But Bo Mac gave up the game plan without giving up the game plan. His game plan is to take Canelo into deep waters, get Canelo tired, and then they're going to try to cut it up. That's what they're going to do. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss go.